You found it. Your home for the best content on your favorite team, the Fighting Tigers of LSU. Do us a favor. Subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments below. Be sure to smash that like button. But in case you missed it, Julie Boudouin from Tiger Details had it first. Maason Smith is done for the year. He has torn his ACL. Julie reporting that he will have surgery in a few weeks. But Maason Smith, I think whenever we all saw it, all of us have I hate to say it this way, but if you watch enough football or sports, you kind of know your eyes know what they're seeing now, right? I mean, we've seen enough injuries, and when a guy twists or grabs a certain way, you just have that immediate fear of what it is. And unfortunately for Maason Smith, a non-contact injury. LSU gets a TFL. He leaps to celebrate, lands awkwardly, and his knee popped. And now his very promising sophomore season is over before it even begins. I mean, that was the first defensive drive of the game. And you lose Maason Smith for the season. So a guy who was going to be such a major part of this whole season for the Tigers, everybody's pick for breakout player, All-American, everything, you're not going to have him this year. And that's devastating. It's devastating for the young guy and for LSU as well. We'll go into more detail about it, but in his place, Mekhi Wingo played very well. Mekhi Wingo was LSU's leading tackler among defensive linemen. He had 6 all solo on the game. Jay Ward led you with 8. Jay Ward and Major Burns, your 2 safeties, had 8 tackles apiece. And then Mekhi Gardner, Greg Penn, and Mekhi Wingo all had 6. So, I mean, he was tied for second on the team in tackles and led all your defensive linemen in stops. So you'll just call on Mekhi Wingo to play a much bigger role. And certainly glad to have that depth there because it's tested now. It really reminds me also of 2018 with Caleb Chasson against Miami in that opener. A non-contact injury down around the goal line, as I recall, and just you lost a guy that was a super promising edge rusher before the season started. The great news for Caleb then was he came back quickly from the injury, had an awesome 2019, won a national championship, became a first-round pick. And Maason Smith is going to have that same opportunity. He's going to have the opportunity to rehab, to get back from it, and to come maybe have an awesome junior season next year in Baton Rouge. But it really, just no other way to say it other than it sucks that before you put in all that work and so much promise and potential, and before the season even starts, he goes down with injury, and now you're not going to have that guy. If you're wondering about rotation, who else steps up on the interior there? Like I mentioned, we saw Mekhi Wingo, who was freshman All-SEC at Missouri and played very well. Not only did Wingo have 6 tackles, he also was the one that recovered that fumble at the end of the game at the 1-yard line that allowed LSU the opportunity to go 99 yards. You should see certainly more of Jacoby and Guillory as well on the defensive line as part of that rotation, and maybe you'll see some of the younger guys that could provide depth in that rotation as well. So again, the news is Maason Smith out for the season, torn ACL. Judy Boudouin from Tiger Details had it first, but a just very, very unfortunate loss for LSU's strongest position group, losing inarguably their best player on the interior in Maason Smith for the entire season. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact, and be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.